Hey, hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the interview questions in Servicenow, and it's created by me. My name is Gaurav Rai, and level of questions like 1 to 3 experience hold it in Servicenow. So these applies to them, and positions like you are applying. It would be like freshers, admin, junior developers, or review. Sometimes you know that the MNCs having the different rounds of interview for initial level these will apply. A number of questions, it would be 12. Next, moving to the questionnaires. Okay, so the first question, which application till now you worked in service now? Or what modules you worked till now and among us which one you like in which one you like most in service now? So I have worked on different application service now as a developer and support engineer or what it may be. You can explain those in service now. And I have major experience in HRST, ITSM, CSM, SIR. I like CSM because of that they having the different capabilities other than those modules because they can connect with HRST, IESM, CSM, SIR as well. So that's why I like the CSM because they having the different capabilities. Moving to next question. How many types of client script or types of UI label scripts in service now? So four types of client scripts: onload, on-change, on-submit, on-sell edit. And UI label scripts are client scripts, UI policy, and UI script. So these are the answers. Next question. How to call server-side scripts into the client side? Or what is the use of Glide Ajax in service now? Or can Glide Ajax use in UI policy? So my answer would be consecutively by using Glide Ajax and display business rule, or to call the server side script into the client side by using the script include. And remember, script include should be client callable checkbox. Could do true. Or yes, we can use the Glide Ajax into the run script section into the UI policy. Next question. What is the most recommended by Servicenow to use if they can fulfill the requirement on form label, client script or UI policy? Answer would be when a user have higher complexity than client script, but as per the service now best practices always recommend to use the UI policy. So when you have like just I'm explaining the answer why I given these two lines. So the first will applied when you have a larger complexity. You cannot use this UI policy for like one changes. Like if you want to hide on the same form on the different condition, again the same condition you applied on the different UI, like consecutively you cannot create the UI policy, correct? So at that when the complexity high, like the dependency high, then your client script would be recommended. But if you can achieve on the single attempt or like the simple way, so it always be recommended you will use the UI policy. Moving to next question. How to check in service now? Which version you are working? So type stats in application navigator and you will find the versions and you will get the details. Or if you have an access to high portal or support portal right now, you can find details under the instance section. Moving to next question. What is dictionary override or how to hide the filter in list view? The first answer would be dictionary override is used to child table have different behavior than parent. For example, task have the field state and same field is using incident problem change. If you want to incident, it should be mandatory. Then we have to right click on the field and go to dictionary, override the table with the will be incident. So by that way, we can achieve the requirement, correct? Like we have a state field on the incident. If we change the label name into the incident table. So it will change for everywhere, correct? On incident problem change. So we have to override into the below side. There is a override option. So by overriding those options, we can achieve it, correct? The next answer, or to hide the list view filter, we have to right click on the column and navigate to the list control, correct? You will find the omit filter and you have to make the checkbox true. This is the simple one. Seventh question, what is callback function, or where we can use the callback function, or get reference, where and what purpose is used for? What is the best practices to use the get reference functions? So all of the questions answer would be callback function is calling again and again itself. Get reference is used in client script. It provide access to action as like server side actions, correct? If we will not use the callback function, then it will halt the page till the time record will not found. But when we use the callback function, it work like asynchronous. It doesn't wait for the response. It will move to the next action, correct? Next question, types of business rule. What is display business? Query type business rule, async business rule with examples. So answer would be business rule is a server-side scripting. It's measure 4 types: before, after, async, display, and action perform on, insert, update, query, delete. Display business before presenting the form to user, as like if we need any message, when you load those data, always appear message, correct? Or g underscore scratchpad also we can use to pass the value from business rule to client script. So these are the like main benefits. Query type business rule, it allows to show the accessible records without showing any contextual message. Like when we I'm explaining the like the query type business rule. When you are using ACL, so there is a message, contextual message is there. Like if you are restricted, so it will show that message that 100 records hidden or restricted due to security constraint, 100 records restricted. So that kind of message would be populated. But when you are using the query business rule, it will automatically filter. There is no contextual message would be there. Async business rule, it doesn't halt for any response. When it will be find the record, it will take action accordingly or downgrade the performance. So what does mean? It asynchronous business rule doesn't wait for the response. Like if you run it, like you have millions of data and you want to like create record on after seeing the record into the calculator, like the into the table, and then after it perform the actions, correct? But when you're using the asynchronous business rule, so it doesn't wait for the response. It the script got action, like it executed, but it goes for the second like line of code. It doesn't halt at that line of code. Or your action would be like your action would be not wait for any the response over there from the browser side, correct? Or like if it's digging out any the table your page or your it doesn't downgrade your performance. So at that moment if we are using the asynchronous business rule. Okay, we are moving to next question. What is g underscore scratchpad? Is any way to call the br into the client script? How to pass the client side to business? So you can answer like that. You can call by using the display business rule. In this business rule, you will find the predefined object g underscore which pass the value from server to client. Display business rule, declaration of g and pass the client. How you will declare the the g underscore underscore. So G underscore scratchpad, any name as you desire. Like you can give any name over there. It's not variable name, it's any name, whatever you like. Equal to current dot color. I'm taking the value of current dot color and hold it on this variable like G underscore scratchpad and given the core of my name equal to current dot color. So right now the value is hold it over there on this side like G underscore scratchpad dot color. Now when you need to use that value, so what we have to do now when you need to call the so G underscore form, it's on client side. I'm just extracting that value. So G underscore form dot set value. I'm setting that value on the description. So description, comma, G underscore scratchpad dot core. So that way it will directly pass that value over here. Or we can use it for like any the if statement, correct? So I defined the one variable caller dot DTLS equal to G underscore scratchpad dot call. Now I'm putting the if condition. If caller DTLS means the caller, here is the caller is Gaurav Rai, then write the logic. Means whatever the logic, it will perform. Correct? So that is the whole answer. Moving to next question. How to perform import the data in ServiceNow and how we can data load from Excel to ServiceNow, or how we can make unique identification so that only those matching data will be updated or create into the service. So all answer would be on the single side. So answer would be simple steps need to follow. The system import set, load data. So like you have to move on, like navigate to system import set, then load data. Then how you can load the data? So you will find the below side. You will find multiple options of import set, existing or created. So there would be options like you need to create exist like you want to utilize the existing one or you want to create new one. So if you create, then it will create the new table over the temp table. It's not temp table, it's permanent table, but it's look like it would be temp tables. Source of the import, file and data source, like what type you want the file upload or any data source would be existed. Like if you already created any import set or any table like temp table, which I mentioned. So it would be recollected from data source. Or if you want to use it like on the one-time activity, or if there is any free Excel sheet values need to be there, so you can select the file option. When you submit it, like after all things are said done, then you have to submit it. Correct? Your loading data is completed, then you submit. Then after it will redirect to another page, imports it. There is option of like when it's submitted, it will goes on the another level. So it will show that imports it, and downside you will find the related not related links or UI actions. Like it's a option would be create transform map. So it will start create the like new the transform map over there. Correct? You have to select the source file, then target file, then map the fields over there, and like you have a update the match like whatever the match field automated, or you want to match it on your own way, you can do it. So if you want any unique field would be there, so you have to use the wholesale equal to true, like whatever the field after matching, whatever the field you would like to uniquely identify, like whenever that field value matches to the target table. Like if I'm using the example of this user table, and in Excel sheet having the user data, correct? If the user ID matches to the sys user table, only at that time my record would be updated. So and if there is no match field over there, it will create the record. So that is the options. Okay, the next question will be what is the multi-row variable set and variable set in catalog item? So most of the time this question is like highly asked questions, I would say. So that you always remember these questions. So what is multi-row? They can like ask like what is multi-row variable set or whatever variable set. So you I'll answer those questions on the below side. How to show one catalog item only for particular group? How to show one catalog item only for ITIL rows? So for it is restricted for the users and it's asking for the particular groups. So answer would be the first answer would be variables. It is a collection of multiple variable which can be reusable in other catalog items. Correct. For example, requester, email ID, and location. Now the multi-variable set. Within variable set, it's time which can be called again and again. Correct? That is the multi-variable set. So you do not confuse on these two like variable set and multi-variable set. So multi-variable set is a type of variable set where you can recall that variables list of variables which will select into the multi-variable. It will call again and again itself. Now the catalog item. So oops. So catalog item like it's a, can be restricted like it can be restricted by available for or not available for tab option. So by that way, you can control the catalog item availability, like how to show one catalog item only for particular group as well, and how to show one catalog item for ITIL group users. So that can be always manageable from there. Moving to next. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Next question will be in UI action, how to make server side and client side action in one UI action, or what is use of GSFT submit, or how to hide the button for certain role, or what is the use of action naming button. So all answer would be below side, like GSFT submit. By using GSFT submit is used for multiple purpose. So you can call the server side action. Like if you are in in a single UI action script, you want to take the action like this UI level as well as on server side. So at that time, the GSFT submit would be called. So that is the thing is here. So I'm apologies for the GST submit is there, but actually it's the GSFT submit. So that is the one of the mistake I would like to highlight. So it doesn't make any difference if the answer would be the same. The rule, correct? By using the rule option into the UI action. So for hiding the button multiple ways in condition, you can write a scripted thing and there is a tab require role where you can add the roles, correct? On the role basis, if you want to hide your button, so that is the two things are available. You can utilize those points. Action name, the most asking question into the UI action by the interviewers. So what is the action name or what is the use of action name into the UI policy? So it is used for multiple purposes. We can call another UI action into the another by using the action name. Second, when you need to run the client side validation, then after your server code will be run, then also call the action name to call via GSFT submit, null, g_underscore found, get element, and action name. This is the syntax. So by using these options, you can utilize those capabilities. Well, this is thank you all and please share and subscribe the channel. and I'm going to create another 12 set of interview questions in ServiceNow. Thanks again. Bye. Take care. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.